First Date. I'm Cassie.
I'm Keegan.
I'm Christina, and here is a weekly lesson for everybody. Go ahead. I'm going to wait for you to find a pen.
Okay.
Or get out your phone. Open up your notes app.
Pull over first.
Do
You're
not
driving.
ever fuck over a musician.
Oh.
Girl, especially there are a certain number of musicians where it's like, don't fuck around on Taylor Swift.
No.
Don't fuck around on Olivia Rodrigo. And don't fuck around on Lily Allen.
No, girl. I am not like her fan or anything like that, but holy crap, listening to some of those songs. If I'm David Harbour on that Stranger Things tour right now, I am no commenting. A lot of questions. No comment.
Man, listen, I know exactly this type. Especially, okay, I know you're all sick of hearing it, but I am on my Law and Order journey. Mm-hmm. And as we discussed, they use the same actors in different roles like over and over again. Yes. I just watched an episode yesterday with David Harbour in it. And he's a very competent actor. But he got Stranger Things. I know exactly what fucking happened. He got Stranger Things. His career blew up. Everybody was like, daddy's home with this guy because he has that like energy, right?
Went
His
right
birthday's
to
the
his
same
head.
as mine.
Oh,
right
God,
to his head.
Aries man. And it went right to his fucking head. And he was like, oh shit, all of the sudden, I'm hot shit. Because before, I mean, honestly, Lily Allen, her career kind of like waned, but she was a pretty big star like when I was growing up. And she was probably the more recognizable name whenever they first got together.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then it became a thing where he's like, oh shit, I'm hot shit. I have all of these options now. How about we open up our marriage? Which is what he did. I guess she caught him. This is my understanding. Listeners, if I get any of this wrong, I did not do like a super deep dive. But
you don't come here for the facts. You come here for the kiki.
You come here for the goss. That's right. So they got married. She found him cheating. And then they were like, okay, let's make a deal where we open up our like marriage because she wanted to save the marriage. But there were like very strict rules and like communication that had to happen. And it was like no relationships, just like basic kind of like opening up stuff. And then why is it because it's you know what? I'm answering my own question. It's the running around. It's the sneaking around. That's the exciting part because you have the rules, like all you have to do is adhere to the rules and like you can fuck around with other people, even though I don't think that's what she wanted. And she definitely felt blindsided after they got married that that's what he wanted. But then I guess she found out that he'd been having something like a 3-year affair or something and found his fuck pad and was just,
Damn.
And then she went and wrote an album about it. And you know what? I support it. She's been very transparent about the fact that like, she's like, I have to work now. I have to support myself. I'm not, married to this person who's helping to support me anymore. And this is how I support myself is by writing music. So here you go.
Here you go.
Here's my whole fucking life.
Oh my God. Dude, it is that song. What is it called? Madeline or whatever. I'm like,
oh yeah.
Madeline. She names and like people on TikTok are like, this her? Like adding. I'm like,
this is the indie Brit pop lemonade.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Where it's just like, here's a whole album about how you done fucked me over.
Yeah. Woof. Yeah. Brutality.
Madeline is the new Becky with the good hair.
Yeah. And then you also have the Hayley Williams solo album where a lot of people are dissecting the lyrics and being like, did she break up with this guitar player? Like, is Paramore over? Like,
I heard that the album was really good though. I heard her new album was really good though.
Oh,
I love really good.
It's so good.
It's very good.
It's really good.
Yeah, very good.
She is a very, very underrated musician, artist, vocalist. Yeah, totally. For sure. Yeah. Hayley Williams, it has a very big stan in me. So yeah. Her album's great. And then, the flip side of that, you've got Megan Thee Stallion just dropped Lover Girl, which if you guys haven't seen that video yet, I am confirming I am bisexual now, but only for Megan. Only for Megan the Stallion.
Megan's specific bisexuality. Yeah, I get it. And from what you've told me, I can't watch that until I'm back on a workout routine. I think I need to get my diet and my workout routine right before I put myself through that.
Girl, it is motivating me. I'm telling you. See, this is usually the time of year where I'm like, okay, fuck it. Like summer's done. We're all in sweaters and sweats. Who cares? I'll see you again in like March. Yeah. But watching that video, I'm like, you know what? I do need to start.
Just gotta rein it in just a little.
Rein it in.
Just
a few sit-ups every now and again. Whatever. Seriously. I will tell you the thing that did it for me though was literally watching P.S. I Love You, and holy shit.
For my body type, that's what I need to be aspiring to. Is Hilary Swank in that movie? Because goddamn
shit,
goddamn.
I remember having abs, and I was like, goddamn.
Yeah. I remember my body being like that too. But it was definitely a whole bunch of fen and fridge cigarettes.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm sorry, fridge cigarettes? Were you keeping your menthols in the fridge?
Somebody said that Diet Coke is just a fridge cigarette, and I was like,
ladies, I'm so sorry, and I know that we all know this, and we're all actively ignoring it because the world sucks so much right now, and we don't need to take anything else away. But Diet Pepsi and Diet Coke is so fucking bad for you.
No, it's a fridge cigarette, and you won't.
So unhealthy.
It is
anything about it. If that is the worst that I'm doing to my body right now is my lunchtime fridge cigarette, then you know what?
If you're only having one, I think you're okay. I think the problem is that it's like insanely addictive. Yeah. I don't know what they're putting in there that's like crazy all day addictive.
That's their water.
Aunt is like that. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. And I'm like, it is like a fridge cigarette. It is like a cigarette where you're like, yeah, I'm on 2 packs a day. I'm on like 2 cases a day of
that's
Diet
way
Pepsi.
Too much.
I have my one fridge cigarette. And it's how I get through my afternoon slump.
Yeah.
Diet Coke / worst date to get your
If only.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
I did see like a
Coca-Cola money.
Oh fuck. It is kind of an evil corporation, aren't they?
Everything's evil these days. Everything you love is ruining the environment, is stealing from poor people, everything sucks now. Everything.
No, it's true. You know what doesn't suck though? Okay, because I don't think I've talked about this on the podcast. To give you a crow update, because I was feeding the crows.
Yes.
The crows haven't turned on me. But I hope not. I did watch the birds recently. So I would really like the crows not to turn on me. And they haven't. But I think that they got a little upset because I went away. I'd started feeding them. And then I went away on vacation for 2 weeks and didn't feed them. And then I got back. And when I started putting stuff out for them again, they weren't coming around. Aww. And then I saw that there were like some of the grapes that I put out were gone. And I was like, the crows. I'm winning the crows back. I am not. I now have a very fat
squirrel
who is, we call him Gus Gus. He is not only fat, but also brave. He does not give a shit about, I think he just eats good because I think my neighbor feeds him too. And like, he does not care at all about my cats. My cats will be just behind. I'll have the front door open with the screen door shut. And he gets right up on the balcony. Sometimes I'll see him, a silhouette through my curtains in the morning. And he'll be sitting on the railing looking in my window, eating a fucking grape. It's so cute. I put out pecans for him. He is having the best time of his life. And I genuinely love him so much. It's also so funny because there will be just grape skins all over my front porch because he peels them like you would like an orange or some shit. Aww. He eats like the inside and then like discards the outside.
The skin. That's so funny.
Yeah. And then I had these little decorative pumpkins on my porch that you saw, Christina, when you came over.
Yeah.
And I'd put them on my porch And while I was away last week in Missouri, my neighbor sent me a video of Gus in the tree that's in front of our place. He took the entire decorative pumpkin with him into the tree, and he was eating it. It was so
amazing.
It was so cute. If I can find the video, I'll put it up on our stories. But Gus the squirrel, bringing me joy in these hard times.
Yeah. Listen, Snow White dreams right there, like Cinderella, I guess.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for animal friends, that's what we have to find these days. Those little slivers of beauty.
Yeah,
and,
you know who's not going to shut down the government? Animals.
Yeah,
that's right.
No,
they're fucking great. I love them so much.
Exactly.
Yeah, it should have been everyone's first clue is like him not having a dog. I'm like, well, there you go. Suspicious.
Yeah, no cat either, right? Like no animals.
No
He
pets.
fucking hates.
I don't think any pets.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's
Yuck.
hallmark of a gross person.
It is.
That doesn't like animals, in my opinion.
Totally. My dad always
I
used
agree
to say
with
that.
you. Yeah, I agree with you completely, even though I know we're going to get somebody in the comments who's like, Hitler was a vegetarian. You know, I hear you, but I get it. He had a German Shepherd, but still.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, Scorpio season, I guess we're heading into a grand water trine. I didn't get to see all of what that means, but apparently it might be a good thing for some people.
Yeah.
So
The thing that
Pisces
Cassie sent,
specifically.
oh my fucking God. I was like, please, Lord, let this be true.
Mm-hmm.
And it does line up for me, where it was just like for Pisces and, you know, a few other, I think all the water signs in Pisces, or all the mutable signs. I think all of the mutable signs and all the cardinal signs are about to experience some stuff. But specifically Pisces are going to come out of a 15-year, like we've been learning some shit. We've been struggling for the last 15 years, and we're going to come out of it now. Things are supposed to improve. They're supposed to get better. But in order for that to happen, because I was like, I needed this guy to give me this tough love, you got to be prepared. Okay. You go into this next season of your life with a plan in place for what you want your life to look like. And you be real honest with yourself about whether or not the actions that you're taking right now are in service of the kind of life that you want to live. So that is what I have been doing.
you can't be a shoe designer. So let go.
But maybe she can now.
Some people could. Some, you know what? We don't know everybody, and maybe there's someone out there who's just designing, drawing in their sketch pad.
I laughed so fucking hard at that. I can't even tell you how hard.
Yeah, for the listeners, we did watch P.S. I Love You. It will be up on Patreon whenever this episode comes out, and that. We had a discussion about like what our millennial early 2000s rom-com career
girl
would
boss
be.
dream.
Yeah,
job.
because they really just made you believe in that time period that it's like, what do you want to do? You want to be a clothing designer? You want to be a shoe designer? You want to write for the New Yorker?
You
no
want to
problem.
live in New York?
Yeah.
You know, and in a
all you gotta
quote
do,
unquote shitty apartment that's actually beautiful,
freaking gorgeous. Yeah, that has like crown molding and a fireplace. Yeah, and all you got to do is just wrap some ribbons around your existing pair of booties.
Yes. And it's fine.
That's fine.
That's how designers are made.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You don't need any experience. You can take one class.
Yep.
That's all it takes, babe.
That's all it takes.
One class and a glue gun, and you're off
believe
to
in
the
you.
races.
You know what? As
And a dead husband suspender strap to fall onto.
Just right, artfully.
Yeah.
But I miss when we were that hopeful though. Like I miss that innocence, that optimism.
Yeah.
I miss having rom-coms like that everyone would roll their eyes. Gen Z, I feel like, would roll their eyes if they walked into a theater and it was that.
It's very cringe, I think, to have emotions now. So
Yeah.
Nope. Oh, I miss it.
I know, I do too. I miss 2007. Yeah, there's a lot of like optimism, hope, like the future was going to be better.
Yeah.
And then,
Barack Obama was running.
I personally just missed 2017, 2018. Like,
Truly,
I just felt those were so peak, and we had such a killer time during those couple years.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. It is funny how you can look back on your life and see those markers of those like big, not just like life changes for you, but for society, for the culture. We had no idea what was coming with lockdown and the pandemic and how that would change everyone and everything.
Truly. Oh my goodness. Well, that was fun.
Speaking of memory lane, why don't we do, so I shared with you guys a TikTok. I don't remember who it was from. Let me look real quick and see.
It's like 80s, 90s rewind or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But one of the things was, here, let me look at. Beep, boop, boo.
Yeah, what it really made me think of is actually like the 80s were not a decade of attractive dudes to me. Like at all. Throw all of
so
80s
funny.
heartthrobs away. I don't think any of them were cute.
Oh,
none.
wow. Okay.
Zero.
Okay, this
Well,
is a
let's talk about it
conversation then. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I watched a lot of 80s movies. My mom graduated high school in the 80s, so I watched a lot of 80s movies as like a nostalgic thing whenever I was in high school. And I will give you two that I was like, I'm having adolescent dreams about you. And it was Matt Dillon in The Outsiders.
Okay.
And it was John Bender in Breakfast Club.
Always John Bender.
Bad guys. Like not good guys, but hot.
God.
But hot to me.
Oh God, I had such a crush on John Bender. I was like a child, and it was like literal sexual awakening.
No,
for me.
I know.
was
Same, girl. I was
obsessed.
having like sex dreams about Matt Dillon in The Outsiders. Like, girl, I was like 14.
I'm not saying this like I'm better than you, because my era was 90s bad boys.
Oh, yeah.
That was my...
Give me an example of like a
I need a 90s red flag. So that was the whole thing was, let's play a game, choose your favorite 80s red flag, but we'll expand it. What was your red flag guy?
Jared Leto in My So-Called Life.
Oh
God. Okay, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Both
You're
a
not
red
wrong.
flag in real life and
And-
on TV.
Yeah, literally. Double. That was a big, like, hello moment for me.
Yeah.
Jared
And
Leto
then you
is
have...
a dark Capricorn. You know what I mean?
Then you have like Singles, the movie Singles. You have Reality Bites, Ethan Hawke in Reality Bites. Yeah, like those were my
A lot
crushes.
of angst happening. Yeah.
But a lot of red flags.
Yeah, a lot of red flags, a lot of angsty
But you know
90s
what?
boys.
In the 80s, at least in the 90s, I feel like we were moving in a positive direction. In the 80s, even the green flags were red flags.
Yes,
like I feel like even the guys they end up with at the end are shitty.
Yeah.
Like you're like, what the fuck? There is not a good choice other than Ducky. Ducky's the good choice.
Ducky is the only good choice.
But in Pretty in Pink, it's like, yeah, like Spader sucks.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Andrew
gross.
McCarthy sucks.
Yeah,
And she ends up with him.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So-
not good. Yeah,
Not great. It's not great. It's rough out here.
and then you have like 2000s bad boys, which is like the American Pie dudes.
Ooh,
and fucking-
ew. Oh my God, Jackass.
Yeah,
Got
Gross.
Bam Margera. Oh,
yeah.
Ugh.
God.
There's not, you could really go through the decades and see the progression.
Let's
and
do
it's
that.
like-
Let's fucking marry kill 80s red flags, 90s red flags, and 2000s red flags.
Oh my gosh.
I-
Well, I gotta go, dude. 80s red flags at least probably invested in Apple and are rich now. It's like
True.
Andrew McCarthy. He was an early adopter of like, investing in Google. He's super wealthy right now. He basically lives in the other wing of the house, so you never have to see him. Like,
But are we talking about the characters though, or are we
Yeah.
talking about the people? Because I think Andrew McCarthy is not a bad guy.
no,
Right?
I have no idea. I mean,
I shouldn't say that.
anytime.
Yeah, I shouldn't.
exactly.
I'm so sorry. I should
Yeah.
not ever vouch for a man
Keegan.
without proof. What am I
I've
doing?
met him.
What am I doing?
Yeah, 80s. Okay, so 80s red flags are like, okay, you have Patrick Swayze and like
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. You got You got, of course, you got Bender. Oof.
All I can think of is like, who was it? Josh Brolin, who was like the mean older brother in like Teen Wolf or something.
Oh my God! And wait, was it? It wasn't Teen Wolf. Was it Goonies?
Goonies.
He wore the crop top. Dude, you know what? If a man's gonna be mean to me, he can at least do it in a crop top and some hoochie daddy shorts. And the '80s gives you that. They sure fucking do.
Remember
like
the spring that he was using?
God damn.
It looked like springs from a bed.
Yes. Oh my God.
Oh God.
Dude, all I can think about is those kind of outfits. Gosh.
Yeah.
So phenomenal.
All right.
Very
so the
sleepaway camp.
90s.
Sleepaway camp.
Oh my God. You got the 90s angsty and the 2000s shenanigans.
Yes.
Ugh.
That's really what you're going with here.
Do we just want to do just the broad?
The broad. Yeah.
Okay, just these types. So we've got like the 80s bad boy. You're wearing flannel. You're wearing like you've got fingerless gloves, you know, and leather spikes. Maybe
you have cigarette scars up your arm from where your dad.
You're Charlie Sheen in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. You've got the 90s, which is more like artistic, angsty guy who just like is misunderstood. Nobody understands me. You don't get it, Dad.
I played a band. Ugh.
Yeah. And then you've got the 2000s where it's just you are BMXing off the roof into the swimming pool.
Yeah.
I know
what I'm going to do.
You're fucking pies.
Your fucking pies. Yeah. It's
that's
rough
already out
there.
for me. 2000s guy is already out for me.
It's a tough time to come of age. I'll tell you that.
It's a no thanks.
It really was. It really
shenanigans
was.
guy is out the window. That is dead ass.
Shenanigans. It truly is. That was the early 2000s. Was shenanigans guy.
No, my friend
Stifler.
Sienna. Yeah, Stifler. My friend Sienna, who I know listens, like she had a big crush on Bam Margera. And that was the vibe. It was like, dude, where's my car? You know?
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, it's a no for me, dog. So that's an easy kill for me. Now, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to fuck angsty 90s guy. Shit, they're both bad options.
They're awful. Yeah. They're awful for marriage. Both of them are.
Yeah.
All of them. All of them are terrible. But I'm telling you, I think the 80s guys are going to be more well off.
Okay, but that's the most Capricorn thing for you to say. But also, so sorry to say this, depending on when in the 80s, some of them are boomers. Yeah. And you don't know who they they're protecting their assets. We don't know who they voted for.
Yeah, I'm decided. I'm decided. You're absolutely right. I am gonna fuck 80s red flag, and I'm gonna marry 90s red flag because you know what? That I'm in a band guy and I'm angsty. Did grow up to be somewhat more emotionally intelligent. I will say that. I think that there's more room for emotional intelligence.
If you could make it through their 20s and them cheating on you. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they all definitely did cheat on you.
I'm pretty sure Chris didn't cheat on me, and that is definitely what I ended up with was an emotionally mature, angsty 90s guy. Yeah. So I think it worked.
But Chris was never he looks like he could be because of the piercings and tattoos, but he's not. He was not a bad guy. Not a bad boy.
I don't think he was a bad boy, but I think he definitely was angsty boy.
Sure. Yeah. I think, I'm going to talk this through with you guys because right off, the least attractive, obviously, is 2000 guy. Just ew. It's ew to think about. However, look at the data. Johnny Knoxville, doing great.
Well, Johnny Knoxville's so
Daddy
hot
Knoxville.
right now.
God damn.
Look, those jackass guys, Steve-O, sober and awesome and hot. You know, I feel like they did mature really well. They got out all of that very immature
juvenile
behavior.
Yeah.
And they were still young enough to absorb the changing times and to be like, oh shit, maybe I really fucked up there. And I feel like a lot of them are good guys now. Solid good guys now with decent politics. So controversial.
You're going to marry?
I am.
Wow. Oh.
I'm going to push through. I'm going to push through that really shitty time period.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to marry shenanigans.
Yeah. Is there going to be a skate ramp in the backyard for a while? Yeah. Are they going to bring home a bulldog without consulting me? Almost definitely. You know what I mean? But I think that they're going to mature better than the other two.
Huh.
I do. I don't, because 80s guy, it's real hit or miss. They probably did a lot of cocaine.
Yeah.
Who fucking knows what happened upstairs? And their politics are questionable, I think, as they get older, because they're trying to protect that money, Christina. Like you said, like they probably invested well. Yes, you're going to be comfortable, but like I can't trust it.
At what price?
At what price? As hot as I think 80s bad boys are, I think I'm a little nervous about where they ended up. So I'm gonna kill an 80s bad boy, and I'm going to fuck a 90s bad boy. I am. He's gonna probably read me poetry, maybe play his guitar at me. But you know who would have loved it? 18-year-old me. Yeah. So we're gonna go with that.
Not 18-year-old me. But.
Yeah, I am going to marry 90s guy. I think, the angstiness, once they grow up and realize it's not that important, some of them aged up pretty nice.
Yeah.
And I can't help it. Like one of my first crushes was, grunge musicians.
Sure.
So, I have a soft spot in my heart for my 90s sad boys.
Zine readers.
Yeah. Just alt boys in general. So yeah, I'm gonna marry one, and then I'm gonna fuck 2000s boy.
Oh God.
On a mattress on the floor or in the back of a van. Yeah.
I think they'll be better at it. I do. I really do. I don't think that
you think a guy who fucks a pie is going to be better at it?
Well, here's the thing.
He's experimental.
I think they're going to be more fun. I think they're going to be more fun than the guys in the 80s. I do. If you're just trying to fuck, I think that they're gonna be more fun. They're gonna make it exciting, at least.
Yeah, this guy is, you can.
I think 2000's bad boy is in it for himself and don't give a fuck how he pleasures anyone.
Do you think
he doesn't care about his
bad
reputation?
Boy cares about that shit at all?
80 and like,
no, but at least they're better looking.
Well, again, I don't think that we have to.
There we go.
Exactly. It's good that we all have very different types.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 80s boys were not my jam. And yeah, so I'm going to let Daddy Knoxville hit it from behind.
I would.
Oh, I would then too. Yeah. So there we go. On that note, we do have a new patron.
I was waiting for you to say it. I'm like, yay.
Yay. It is.
Kristen?
Yes, Kristen Clement. Oh, hey, girl. Hey.
I think she's returning. Welcome back.
Well, hey. We'll shout you out. I like Kristen.
Hell yeah.
Well, I like everybody. And I like all of our patrons the best. So we just released our movie review for P.S. I Love You. We're getting ready to do a poll to choose the next book for November. There's probably lots of exciting things coming right around the corner. We are looking into perhaps some special video content. Ooh. And so you want to get in on the ground floor. I mean, after 7 going into our 8th year, we are doing it for the Patreon. So thank you very, very, very much for being part of that. And now, would you guys like to take 5 and then come back with stories?
Sounds good.
And we're back. Okay, Cassie, kick us off.
Okay. So my story isn't exactly funny. It's more of a, I think, dodged a bullet is probably the best way to say this thing. So basically it starts out, I FaceTimed a guy last Tuesday. We went out last Thursday and I ended it after our third date a couple days ago on Wednesday. So really, we only knew each other for less than a week. Things moved kind of fast and he seemed pretty clingy, but I thought it was good. He's into me. He was passive aggressive, I think, over text. I took more than a few hours to respond, saying things like, "Oh, I was going to send the search team out," or "I guess
go
you
fuck
don't."
yourself. I hate that. I hate that so much. You're
Me
not
too.
the boss of me at all. You're not my daddy. You don't pay my bills. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and we've talked about this before too, but this is the first time in history where we've been this reachable, and it is not natural.
No.
Like, we deserve to have some time to do whatever the fuck we're doing. You don't know what I'm doing. I'm not on my phone all the time. I could be gardening. I could be riding my bike. Like, shut up.
Yeah,
Leave me
no,
alone.
100 years ago, you would have had to fucking write me a letter. So, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Wait for my letter to respond.
Let's go back to that. Let's go back to that. Gen Alpha, I want you to bring that back. Bring back letter writing. Okay? No more texting. Everybody has to send it postscript in the mail.
That's right.
Okay?
Get some stamps. My dearest Clementine, by the time this letter reaches you.
I will be on
I
the
may
front.
already be gone. I guess you don't check your phone often. I don't love that, but it's hard to tell if if it's passive aggressive or if I'm reading into it. I think it's totally passive aggressive, personally. I had this weird gut feeling. I'm not sure why, but I never felt totally safe or at ease with him. I've gone
Red
out
flag.
with guys who became boyfriends who I knew instantly whether or not I'd feel safe alone with them. But I could never quite get this read on him, even though he was nothing but sweet and romantic. He gave me flowers, tucked me in blankets, hand fed me, brushed my hair behind my
God
ear.
Fucking no. You are giving me serial killer vibes. Also, trust your instincts.
Guts, yes.
If your gut is saying something is dangerous, if your like lizard brain is going off that something isn't right and you can't pinpoint what it is, just trust that, because there is something off, and you should feel like if someone's going to become a long-term partner, it should not take that long for you to feel like you could be alone in a room with them. Sorry. Like, that's fucking
100%. Yeah. He volunteered for soup kitchens and Make-A-Wish. Just loved helping people. I don't know why my gut was telling me something was weird or off, but it did. He seemed kind of too good to be true. And even though on paper he's a saint, my gut told me something just kind of artificial, or like his good deeds were to compensate for something unpleasant. After a couple weird comments on the third date that rubbed me the wrong way, I knew it was over. He said kind of out of nowhere that he might have multiple personality disorder because he's, quote, evil at night and just, quote, doesn't give a shit about people anymore.
You know
and
what? It's
so
giving
different.
Ted Bundy. It's giving I volunteer for a suicide hotline, but I actually murder people and I moonlight as a murderer. I don't like that.
Yeah.
He was also holding my hand at one point and said, "Oh, I love holding your hand, but I have to stop." Okay, why? Because I break things.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I fucking hate this guy. This feels a little 90s
This is
heartthrobbing.
90s angst guy for sure.
Yeah.
Break things. Everything I touch turns to shit.
I just break things.
Okay.
He also swerved on the road, and when I said, "Hey, what's up?" he said, "Oh, just avoiding a bump." Okay, all good. And then after that, he swerved 2 to 3 more times. When I said, "What's wrong?" he pretended he didn't hear me. It was over. I couldn't wait to get home. I texted him it was over. I sent a polite and well thought out message that wouldn't make him angry or anything. And he sent an essay back. It's cruel thinking I'd leave him. He can't let someone who likes/loves him slip away. And he wrote a song about me.
Good thing I
No.
don't like or love you, babe. So don't worry about it.
So it felt like forever. I hope we can work on ourselves to be forever. We went on.
And what
3
did I
dates.
say at the top of this fucking episode too? It's like, don't fuck around with the musician, man.
Oh, it's true. Bad news
Don't
bears.
do it. Don't do it. They're going to write a song about you.
That's right. That's so true. He went on 3 dates, and one was a movie date. We barely knew each other. He also barely asked me any questions. I'd ask him questions, and he would never return them. My coworkers know more about me. Isn't that fun?
I hate that.
No.
He sounds insufferable. And you know what? I feel like that kind of guy is just out there. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's pretty common.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? Scary.
I had that guy that wanted me to be his girlfriend after one mini golf date. And I was like,
Oof.
nah.
No.
Okay. I'll go next. I met this guy on Bumble and we immediately hit it off. After chatting for a bit, he asked me out on a date and we agreed to get coffee. It should be said that I am vegan and have been for the last 8 years. I know this can be a touchy subject with people and have no interest in debating or defending my beliefs or choices, so I make sure that it is up front and center on my dating profile. The first date went well, and we had a second before he invited me over to his place where he said he would cook me dinner. At this point, things with him were growing really well. We had great chemistry, and he was funny, good-looking, and seemed thoughtful. I wasn't opposed to moving things up a notch and meeting at his place, but since he'd offered to cook me dinner, I gently reminded him that I was vegan, a topic that had come up on all our dates. So he definitely understood. But I don't like making non-vegans cook for me because it can be cumbersome and get expensive depending on what they're attempting to make. He said he knew, and that was part of why he wanted to make me something rather than going out. Super sweet. So I meet at his place and bring a couple bottles of wine. He's in the kitchen making pasta with roasted veggies. Looks delicious. We sit down to eat, and before we do, I thank him profusely for being so sweet and understanding about my diet. The food is good, but I notice something feels off. I ask if there's meat in the pasta, and he assures me that there's not, so I put it out of my mind. I finish my bowl and go to open a bottle of wine when I feel my stomach start to churn. It's like it drops right into my ass, and suddenly I need to use the restroom.
Yeah.
I won't recap everything that went on in there, but you remember that scene in Bridesmaids? Yeah, like that. When I step out of the bathroom, I'm still feeling sick. I catch a glimpse of my date and he looks pale. I was suspicious right away. I ask him again if there was anything in the meal that I should be aware of. Eventually, he confesses that he cooked with beef stock and even blended bacon into the sauce.
Oh, my God.
asshole.
You fucking piece of shit. I swear to fucking God. That's
It's awful. Like it's really, really terrible.
It is so infuriating. You basically poisoned.
Yeah, and you just violated, you disrespected her. You don't, like whatever her reasons for doing it, she was really upfront and clear about it. And it's a personal choice. And yeah, outside of all of that, which she's about to talk about, if you haven't had meat for a long time, it can really fuck you up. So I can't believe it. I immediately feel nauseous, partly because I hadn't had meat products in nearly a decade and my body no longer knows how to process it, and partly because at this point, the idea of eating animals actually makes me sick. I run to the bathroom and, not wanting to stick my head in the same toilet I had just shit in, proceeded to throw up in his trash can. After spilling my guts, feeling that post-puke calm, I got up.
What she should have done is just literally
on
like
floor.
Shit and thrown up all over his bathroom.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
This is the mess
Consequences
you made.
of your actions.
Exactly.
Yeah. After spilling my guts, feeling that post-puke calm, I got up, grabbed my things, including the unopened bottle of wine, and headed for the door without saying a word.
Yep.
He followed me, begging me to stay, saying he thought I'd think it was funny.
Really?
And wasn't the meal so good? Maybe I should try going back to meat. He was just trying to broaden my horizons.
Oh my God.
How
makes
much
me
do you want to
so
kill this guy?
fucking furious.
I'm
Yeah.
going to broaden his horizons
Yeah.
by breaking his frontal lobe.
Yeah. I was furious, but said nothing and pushed past him to the door. When I got home, he had sent me a long message swinging between apologizing and telling me I needed to lighten up and it wasn't that big a deal. I blocked him immediately.
You know what? I know that you're allergic to penicillin, but what if I just blend that into the sauce? You just need to try it. I know better than you.
Right.
Like,
yeah. I mean, and she said, okay, so she says, the choices I make are personal to me and I don't expect others to adhere to my beliefs or my lifestyle. But if you choose to be in my life, you have to respect them. This guy broke my trust and I haven't let a new person cook for me since. And like, it's true. It's not only are you fucking with someone's body chemistry when you do something like that, but it is, you don't know why they're vegan. And so you are also fucking with their plainly stated beliefs about something, and you don't have to understand it or adhere to it yourself to respect it. And it's really fucked up.
And if you truly have such an issue with
don't date her.
Don't date her.
And it's so easy. So easy.
Look how easy that is. Like, instead of trying to poison somebody,
right,
or like mold them.
Wasn't it so good? Wasn't it? Maybe you should go back to eating meat.
Maybe you should
fuck you. Like, honestly, the worst.
Jesus.
Ugh.
So rude. Okay.
You know what? Men aren't lonely enough.
It's what you're hearing? Yeah. No, seriously. Yeah. Why don't you feed that pasta sauce to your fucking AI chatbot, you fucking weirdo. Anyways, so we have a listener story. She writes in, my worst situationship. She says, I'm an OG listener and a patron, and Tuesdays are my very favorite day of the week because I wake up excited to listen to the new episode on Patreon. A few years ago, post-divorce, I had some dalliances with much younger men. Yeah.
Get it, girl?
And
wait, much younger? How much? Like, much younger.
Legal. Well, I'm here today with not so much a worst date story, but more of a weird situationship that went on way too long and a bit of a shame receipt for me for allowing it to. I was 44 when it all started. He was 29. Let's call him Elliot. We met on Tinder in July of 2020, and thanks to lockdown, we became what my friends and I came to call Victorian pen pals.
Oh, yes. What did I just say?
Amazing.
Oh, my gosh. Yes, please. Bring it back.
He looked like Dorian Gray from that show Penny Dreadful and had cool, artsy, niche interests. Our conversations were about books, art, music, chaste, intellectual, and just what I needed after a bunch of fun yet empty post-divorce hookups. Sure, he dodged my suggestion to meet up or even video chat, but with my rose-colored glasses firmly on, I overlooked it. For 2 years, we texted every few days like the Victorian pen pals that we were.
We got a real Cyrano de Bergerac situation happening here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Finally, in March 2022, he asked to meet. Sounds silly, but I was thrilled. I'd built up this whole mythology around him. But on the day
I'm so sorry. As a Pisces, red flag, writing's on the wall. You cannot build up an entire mythology about a person.
Around a man? Around a man?
That shit is going to fall flat the second you hear him fart. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.
You've been warned by a Pisces.
You've been warned.
But on the day we were supposed to meet, he disappeared. A couple of months later, he resurfaced with apologies, and I was going through a lot excuses. This cycle happened 2 more times, and embarrassingly, I forgave him each time while kicking myself.
We got to call the Catfish guys from MTV.
Yes.
This is classic.
In March 2023, Elliot popped up again, asking me out to dinner. He lived in a seaside town 45 minutes away and had no car, so I begrudgingly agreed to drive there. I figured he'd cancel or ghost, but this time he didn't. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Is he a literary character? It was a seaside town with no car.
He texted me all day leading up to the date, nervously asking things like whether I like black t-shirts and how he should wear his hair. We met at a brewery in his town. As I got out of the car, I heard a lovely, deep voice calling my name from across the street. And there he was, finally in the flesh after 3 years, tall, with long silky hair, cute glasses, and impeccable Japanese-inspired streetwear. I expected a semi-catfish situation, but nope, he looked even better than his photos.
Okay.
We stood there for a moment, starry-eyed. He said I was beautiful. I told him he was too. We grabbed some beers, and let me tell you, we were hitting it off. He was bashful with a sweet sense of humor. One of the servers at the brewery asked how long we'd been together. She was surprised and said it seemed like we'd been together for years. Elliot and I were destined for some sort of romance. I was sure of it. He didn't even seem to care about the age difference. Sure, he was mysterious and told me almost nothing about his personal life or job. But we were two nerds talking about books.
Sweetie,
I'm
woman
gonna hold
after
your
my
hand.
own heart. She's
When I
a
say
woman
this.
after my own heart. I get it. Like, you got a man who has good style and looks like he came out of an 19th century Jane Austen novel. I fucking get it completely. But this is
This is the real world.
2 years. He hasn't told you what he did for a living. No, sorry. No.
Yep. I can't quite remember how it happened, but we ended up in the back seat of the car watching YouTube videos on his phone. I'm not sure. Watching YouTube videos on his phone of 1980s bodybuilders. Like, why? I'm not sure if that was a turn on for him or what, but Elliot started putting the moves on me, and he was an incredibly good kisser. A few times he'd stop, hold me by the shoulders, gaze at me, saying, wow, I can't believe this is actually real. A while later, Elliot asked if I wanted to go to his place, and yes, I did. I was good to go by that point, so I hopped back in the driver's seat. But Elliot made no move to get into the front passenger seat. What am I, your Uber driver? I joked, but he was too busy madly texting in the back seat the entire drive to his house. Who he was texting, I'll never know.
He's like, Mom, I've got a date. Get out of the house.
Be quiet.
We drove for about 9.5 miles, and somewhere along the way, he told me he had walked the 3 hours to meet me that night. At last, we pulled up at a townhouse complex, and he told me to park around the corner.
No, I'm sorry.
He kept shushing me as we walked in the door to his place.
Mommy's home.
Which was a garage entry with 2 cars. Elliot said he'd be right back. I heard him go upstairs and call, Mom?
No.
Pops? Okay. So this guy lived with his parents. Didn't know that. I was sweating in his garage.
Well, they started talking when he was 29.
So
and
he's
it's
in
been
his
a couple
early
years.
30s.
So he's in his early 30s.
Okay.
The economy's hard. It's hard out there.
Listen,
I just
I'm
feel
not.
like you got to disclose.
I just didn't recall. And you said very young earlier, so much younger. So I was like, okay, I'm just like.
Much younger for her because she's in her 40s.
Yeah, early 40s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A few minutes later, the door to the basement opened. I ducked behind one of the cars, and a woman, who I guess was his mom, threw some recycling inside the door.
Oh, no.
Most normal people would just leave at this point, I remember thinking. But curiosity still reigned. Honey, that's not curiosity. That's horny.
Dick.
Yeah,
That's dick.
That's stigmatized. Yeah. I wanted to see
We all
what
been
else. I wanted to see what else might happen. You wanted to
Yeah.
get
We
it.
know what you wanted.
we know what you
Don't
want.
play
It's
coy
okay.
with us. We
It's
know.
okay.
We're not
I've
just
been
good
there.
Kisser. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You wanted
you
to see
bet
what
you.
else he was good at.
Yeah, exactly. Elliot came back and told me the coast was clear. He then ushered me into a tiny windowless den with a cold concrete floor, a Peloton, 2 ancient leather recliners, and a drawing table.
What? We're not even in your bedroom? Why?
I
We're in the
said-
basement den? No. No. She's like 45? No. I'm 35 and I'm like, no.
I'm 47 and it's a no for me, dog.
It's a no for me, dog, too. Yeah, but listen, I've been there. I've been there older than I
hard up.
wanted to be.
Yeah. Well, it is also
A good
I
dick
have
down,
to give, It's not just that too. Like, I have to give her some grace because this is what happens when you romanticize a relationship for years and years. You're just like willing to put up with so much more than you would normally.
Yeah.
That's what's happening right now.
Oh my gosh. Don't you have an actual bedroom? I asked as things got steamier. He did, he said, but his dog was sleeping in it. I asked if I could use the restroom, and he said the only one was upstairs and he didn't want his parents to know.
Okay.
Then he left the room without a word and was gone again for a while. I heard voices above and got ready to hide in the closet if necessary.
No. My hiding in the closet days are over. They are over. I'm not doing that for nobody.
I don't like it.
Elliot came back after a few minutes and with a ton of blankets and sheets draped over his head, holding a deflated air mattress and a manual pump. He got tired of it.
Okay, I'm sorry. You don't even have an electric pump? You want me to sit here while you just whoosh, whoosh, whoosh for like however long it takes to fill that thing up? No.
Oh no. He got tired of inflating the mattress after a while and asked me to take over. This was all obviously deeply unsexy. Yet still, I put my foot on that mattress pump and I pumped. When it was at last ready to go, Elliot carefully arranged the blankets and pillows like a bird making his nest, and he laid down and beckoned me to join him. I'm a larger gal, and he's on the lighter side, so when I plopped down on that danged air mattress, he bounced right up and onto the concrete floor.
Sorry. I am dry as the Mojave now. Like, we are not fucking. That is so like the least hot thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh no.
You just fucking like trampoline checked him? No. I gotta go. I'm not fucking on this air mattress. But at this point, it's like sunk cost fallacy, I suppose. You're
I
like,
guess.
well, we made it this far.
See how listen, there have been a lot of things, times, and places that I've gotten my I have never gotten my back blown out on an air mattress. I'll tell you that.
I have.
Yeah. So, but it's
but I was like 19. I was like 20. So, you know.
But it didn't appear to sidelight him. We made out some more and he gave me some very, very good head. I haven't done anything like this in maybe 5 years, he said. I said it didn't seem like it, but moments later, it became clear when we started to have sex.
Oh.
He just kept sliding up and down and acting like he was going in, but actually wasn't. I kept trying to guide him.
Had sex?
But he'd just grunt, I'm okay. In the middle of it.
Afraid to go in because he would just like bust right away?
I don't know. To make matters worse, the air mattress seemed to have a slow leak, and soon I could feel the middle sinking down and the sides coming up around us like some weird sex taco. Sex taco.
This whole thing. I'm glad she got some good head out of it because this whole thing is the least sexy thing I've ever heard.
Yes.
Like, seriously, like fucking on an air and again, I've done this.
In
fucking
somebody's
on an air mattress that's
den?
slow. No, luckily it was in my own very shitty apartment in Koreatown. But like fucking on an air mattress that is slowly deflating, you can't come because it's like you can't stay focused.
All you know what I mean? Is this deflating.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna be on the floor soon, and it's just like it's slowly coming up around you on the sides. It's it's not cute at all.
Elliot just kept sliding up and down, asking me if it felt good. I was stifling major laughs at this point, honestly. The air mattress just keeps deflating, and soon my back was pressed against the cold concrete. No. Elliot still hadn't found the hole, but he came nonetheless. He fell asleep almost immediately, and I left, shaking my head at the overall weirdness, but also still oddly intrigued by this beautiful, strange man.
You know what? That's why if you're hot, you just get away with just the weirdest shit.
You'd think that'd be the end of it. Nope. Over the next year, we had air mattress sex 3 more times.
No.
He did manage to finally figure it out with much canceling and disappearing on his part in between. I stupidly kept trying to analyze his avoidant behavior and figure him out. Finally, I smartened up and blocked him everywhere. A couple months ago, I saw that he had super liked me on Tinder. This time, I swiped left. Hope you enjoyed.
Oh, you can't be avoidant and bad at sex.
True.
Yeah.
It's gotta be one or the other. If you're gonna put someone through your avoidant behavior,
he's very good looking though, Keegan.
Okay, yeah. I mean, how do I argue?
Yeah.
How do I argue with that?
And that's what she said. She was like, I mean,
dude,
but he's
it's
so
hard.
good-looking.
It's hard too when you've built up like years of text chemistry and that kind of thing. That kind of fills
you don't
in.
want to give up on
cracks.
it right away, right? You're like,
right.
Oh, we worked so hard for this.
I've been there, girl. I've been there. I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, if anybody in this group is gonna do it, Keegan.
I know. I
love you.
And you can like look at it objectively from the outside and be like, what the fuck?
What am I doing?
But it is that like truly more than him being good looking, it's the fact, because I can get past good looking. There's lots of good looking people out there, but it's that you built up that chemistry and he held on to that mystery for so long.
Yeah.
Like no FaceTimes, no like any of that, no in-person meetings for years. And then you meet and he's really hot and then you had all this textual chemistry.
And he's a good kisser.
Yeah. And he's good at giving you head. Yeah. Like okay, sure. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm at a place where
you're like, not today, but
not
I could have
this
seen
moment. It. Yeah. It's honestly, it's not even the air mattress. It's the being in your parents' den.
Yeah.
And being like, I can't tell them that I brought a girl home is the thing that I think would be the biggest turnoff for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No, and I think too, like the older that I get now, like I prize communication like over everything. So inconsistent communication would be the turn off for me. Yeah, exactly. Reliable, consistent communication.
Yeah.
That's what I need. And good head, not on an air mattress. I truly need back support at my big old age. So yeah.
Sometimes I wake up and my hips hurt and I'm like, why?
Yeah, girl.
You know?
Hey, I gotta be honest with you. I think the thing that is the biggest turnoff for me would not being able to it's the me always having to go to him because he doesn't have a car.
That is huge. Yeah.
I know that's so I'm not saying he has to have a nice car. I'm just saying
no,
I don't
it's just
always
it's
be the
effort.
one. Yeah,
it's effort, and it's just like this is hard to get around, and also just fix the issue. If there's if there is an issue,
maybe you just don't be dating
a license.
right now.
Let's find a solution to that. You also probably don't want to walk 3 hours to meet me, so at a restaurant.
I don't like that. Yeah.
Well, you guys want to take 5 and then come back with the Tainted Love?
Yeah.
Sounds good. And we're back. And I have the Tainted Love for you guys this week. And my story, I swear to God, I was halfway through this story when I was like, fuck, I swear to God, we have done this. When I looked up every single name in our thing and it was like, nope, never done it. I looked up the name of like the title of the episode of the thing that I watched. I mean like everything. It's not
we're
there.
we're at that part in the podcast. Yeah. We're at that stage where I think all of us are doing some version of that where we're like, we just got to make extra triple. Yeah. Search all the victims' names, search the perpetrators' names, search everything.
Nicknames of the way that it might have been.
Yes. Misspell it a little bit just in case somebody accidentally put it in wrong. Yeah.
I did it. I did all of the things. So I'm like, first of all, the guy's name's Richard. So I was like, you can't misspell Richard. So I looked at every Richard thing that we did. I did a search, but what I come to realize is that this story just has some commonalities with another case that Christina, I think you did. So let me kick you off into it and we'll get going in it. And I think that once we get to that point, you're going to be like, oh, and I think we can talk about that because like I know it's stuck in my brain spot.
Okay.
Anyway,
Well, you know me. I have like a memory of a goldfish. Every day it's a new fucking bowl. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, have I been here before? I don't know. Maybe.
It's January 15th, 1999. It's Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Quiet little town in Pennsylvania. Miriam Illis hadn't shown up for church. She's a Catholic. She is Sunday school teacher, and she goes to church every Sunday. She's very devout. And one of the couples, who's a friend of hers, decide they're like, that is just not like her to not show up to church. So they decide to go over to her house to see if she's home. Nobody answers
Do you guys have something like that you do that people would be like, oh, that's weird that they haven't
this podcast.
Oh,
if I didn't show up to this podcast, you guys would be like, that's not right.
No.
And you couldn't reach me via text.
No.
Yeah, that would be the thing. Like, I wouldn't show up, and then Christina would be like, you know what, I'm going to drive over there. I haven't heard from her. She's 2 hours late to record. She's not answering her phone. That would be the thing.
911. I'm already buying a flight. Are you kidding? Yeah. No, I think same for me, honestly. I mean, work would be like,
they would notice, but
I think that they would also kind of be like, well, maybe she's sick. And might not think about it for a couple days. But yeah, no, devout Catholic, Sunday school. I mean, like, she's in charge of Sunday school. So like her not showing up meant like nobody was there to teach Sunday school. So of course, they were like, gosh, maybe something happened. Like maybe she's really sick. They go over to her house. They don't find her, or nobody answers the front door. So the husband goes around back and looks in the kitchen and sees her laying on the kitchen floor. So they call 911 right away. They're like, we don't know what happened. So they break into the home. They find Miriam on the floor in the kitchen. She'd been shot. So Miriam Zambi was Miriam's name originally. She was working as a nurse in St. Louis, which is where she met Dr. Richard Illis, a prominent heart surgeon. They married.
It's always a doctor.
Yeah. This part, the doctor part, and then there's another part that I'm like, is it that? But anyway,
Dateline loves a doctor, though. Like, I feel like if a doctor, I don't know if that's where this is going, but it's like if a doctor murdered his wife, Dateline is on it immediately. They're like,
Andrea's booked her flight. She's going down there.
they've got the producers on speed dial. They're like, we got to get to Pennsylvania right now.
Yeah, I didn't see if there was a Dateline on this. I know that there was a 48 hours, which I could not find the episode for. But I did find their article about it. So anyway, all that will be in our show notes on our website. So Miriam Zambi, she meets Dr. Richard Illis. Again, he's a professional heart surgeon. He's very prominent, very good at his job. And they, start a relationship. They see each other every day in the hospital, and, things turn, start going in a good direction very quickly, right? They marry in 1991 and decide to move back to Richard's hometown in Pennsylvania. It's very idyllic. This is where he grew up, hunting and fishing and just, wildlife. But it's just a very idyllic, small town Pennsylvania neighborhood. They soon have a little.
We're checking off all the Datelines here. We've got a doctor.
This is why.
We've got small town. We've got a hunter. Yeah, like. Yeah. Which, speaking of, we didn't talk about this at the top. Kristen Bell's post.
Oh my goodness.
We didn't even get into that, but anybody who's interested, go look that up because it is weird.
a Dateline.
It's a Dateline comment on TikTok.
Dateline excuse me. They're like posting or like what they say. Okay? They're like
twice.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
They marry in 1991. Like I said, she becomes pregnant and they end up having a little boy. Miriam decides that, you know what, I'm going to quit working as a nurse and I'm going to just stay at home and raise our son. And he's a heart surgeon. He's plenty capable to, take care of the family monetarily in that way. She settles into the community quite well. She, again, joins the local church. She joins the PTA. She's, making her life and their family's life in this cute little quaint Pennsylvania town. Beautiful home, like a mansion. They build this incredible home, have a very prominent standing in the neighborhood, of course, but they're not like super flashy about it. Of course, they have this beautiful home, but they're not like people who are like driving around in big fancy sport cars or talking about their wealth. They're pretty chill about it, Richard is spending a lot more time at the hospital, though. He's taking on a lot more patients, doing a lot more work and a lot more overtime. And really the separation starts to, the actual physical separation starts to wear on the marriage. And then they decide, when their son was about 5 years old, they were like, let's go ahead and split. The split is somewhat contentious, but she does end up moving out, starts to rebuild her life. And they seem to really, they're not getting along. Things aren't going well, specifically in the courtroom. However, for the sake of their son, they do seem to be trying to really make a solid effort to, stand as a united front for him in that regard. So anything that's going on in the courts seems like, sure, that's happening there and that's contentious. And there's, obviously money, things like that. She wasn't working. So of course there's like a lot of trickiness to go through in that regard. However, I think they both agreed that, their son was number one. And it was really important that they were, going to try, like I said, to put the best foot forward, put a good effort in making sure that, for his sake, they stayed civil. But both of them really were moving on. Miriam is making friends. Richard starts dating a nurse from the hospital. It seems he has a type. When
Convenient. I think the type is convenient. Nearby.
Yeah. Proximity. Yeah.
It does seem like that. When Miriam, though, is found shot in her home, it is a shock to everyone. Everybody is like, what in the world could have happened? There's the bullet hole that they find is actually, there's a bullet hole in the window, and that she had been shot from behind right in the heart. So outside, they find a tree that someone had used to take the shot. They found a cigarette butt, shoe prints, size 13 or 14, as well as in the surrounding area, they'd come across like a tennis court where they had found somebody had thrown the silencer. So like they were finding like this is definitely somebody had shot her
like
from
it's
a long
hit.
distance.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? With a rifle. Richard, in the meantime, arrives to bring home their son. It's Sunday at this point. He'd picked him up on Friday. They quickly learns about the tragedy. He is visibly distraught, and he has to tell, of course, now their 5-year-old what happened. The neighbors are concerned because this is, it does feel like a hit. Is this like somebody who's, everybody should be afraid of? Or is this somebody who specifically had a hit on her? Like what's going on? Police, of course, immediately look at Richard. They're like, is he angry enough to shoot his estranged wife? But Richard has a pretty solid alibi. He was on his way to visit family in Harrisburg. He had stopped at McDonald's. He was so tired from having done surgery that morning. He decided that he was going to stop, get a hotel, and then carry on the rest of the way to his family's house. Everything checks out. Like everything is, all these things, the receipts, but then also too, they check all the cameras from all these places he said he was at. All of it checks out. Plus the cigarette butt that was found, and the hairs. There was a hair on the silencer. None of it matched him. So they were like, okay, it doesn't seem like it could be him. So police are able to determine the exact time of the shot as well, because she was on a call when it happened. So it was clear that she was shot at exactly 10:37 on Friday night. So the evening that he was already on his way to Harrisburg, right? So not much is coming together for them.
Who was she on the phone with? Someone was just like, "Oh, Miriam, hello."
Yes, we lost the call. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, they did not say. And I also had that same question. Everywhere I looked did not have any. They were just like, "That's how we know she died at that time." I'm like, and nobody was like, "I heard a gunshot and called the police." Like,
well, I mean, I guess there was a silencer, but it'd be weird, like mid conversation, if all
as somebody who wanted to be
know
like
what I mean?
off the phone already. They were like trying to get off the phone and they're like, well, guess we lost her. Okay, well, go do my dishes now.
I guess. I don't know.
Sorry, that's really shitty to say. I don't know.
But no, it is weird because I also had the same question and I unfortunately do not have an answer for you because I couldn't find one either, but it definitely came up in my mind as well. Not much else though is coming together for them. So basically they have these large footprints, size 13, 14, a cigarette butt, some hairs that were in the silencer, but nothing is like concrete. Nothing. They can't figure out why anybody would do this. She doesn't really have any enemies. The only logical person that she has any quote unquote beef with would be her ex-husband at this point. Mm-hmm. So 6 weeks later, a letter in the mail comes to the police informing them about the killer. The letter is written in pencil in block letters, and the letter contained some odd content, including a confession saying that he was sent by God to deliver this like vengeance on a town of racists, right? So, okay. And I don't think
I have heard this story before. I feel like I would
remember that,
right? Yeah, I feel like I remember that.
But then it was signed Soldier of Equity, Soldier of God, Soldier of Death. So it was like the police are like, what in the hell? Like, what? Nobody has ever called this woman racist. Like, it's so wild that no one has ever accused Miriam of being racist. This is really bizarre. But they're in a small town, and, small towns, in blue states sometimes can have racists in them, and Miriam is Lebanese. And so they thought, okay, well, maybe the people who shot her were actually the racists. Maybe they assumed because she was Lebanese that she might be Muslim. But I'm like, but also too, anybody who knew her would know that she's a devout Catholic and literally spent every Sunday at church. So
yeah, but that doesn't matter to some racists.
This is true. And
we're talking post 9/11.
Yeah.
They're just like,
this is true.
Whatever. You're from the Middle East.
Oh no, it's not post 9/11. It's 1999.
Oh, I thought that's when they got married. So it's pre 9/11 when this happened.
Yeah. So this happened in 91. They got married, or I'm sorry, they got married in 91.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
So this happened though in 1999. So at this rate, again, this is just like, what do we do? Like, there's nothing like, what's the link here? What is the link here? What is the motive?
I don't know. I'm checking Richard's bank accounts if I'm the cops.
Right.
That's what I'm doing.
Right. So, but nothing is linking to Richard. Eventually the police determined that the letter must be some kind of like false flag to throw them off the case. The letter was not much help, and the letter has a hair stuck to the flap. But the DNA, once again, does not match up to Richard. So 4 months after the murder, another letter arrives. This time, he brags that his IQ is so much higher than the police department. He tells them
the whole police department.
Yeah. He has so many degrees. He speaks many languages. The letter says it's not Richard, and that the writer had access to the Illis home when they were away on vacation, and that he had access to Richard's supplies to create the silencer, which directly relates to one of the earliest leads in the case, which came from Miriam herself, who had made a video inventory of the household possessions, as many people do, like before they are getting divorced. If you have a lot of assets and whatnot, they're taking an inventory. Police took a note that, he'd had a drill press, he had saws, he had all these tools in which someone could make this specific silencer, this homemade silencer that they had found. So, but this guy's like, oh yeah, no, I was able to break into their home. That's why I had access to these tools. It's so fucking weird. The police think that maybe one of Richard's, someone from Richard's practice could have been involved. One of the doctors has many of the attributes that are listed in this, able to speak multiple languages, has many degrees, et cetera, et cetera. They reach out to the doctor, but quickly determine that he also has an ironclad alibi and now conclude that someone's just trying to frame him. So 6 months after the shooting is when a fisherman actually finds a rifle in the woods. It's wiped clean. The serial number is drilled out, not just scratched off, which, like serial numbers, if you scratch them off, you can usually animate them with acid to see them. But there were also some other distinct modifications on this gun. But this gun is like from 1949. So there's not really, it's kind of an antique gun. There's not any really great way to track it. And again, with no serial numbers or anything on it, there's no records that go back that far to, registering guns, so there's not any information they can gain from this gun. But they do connect it to Miriam's murder. Otherwise, though, again, gun is a dead end. Richard, for his part, decides to move his family. They move to El Paso, which is near the border. So the police are not necessarily super happy with this, but there's also not a ton they can really do.
Yeah, no. Unless
There's nothing.
They're going to bring charges, but they don't have shit.
They got shit. They can't bring charges to anybody. There's nothing here. So, the relationship in El Paso, he ends up marrying his girlfriend, the one that he'd met in Pennsylvania. So the nurse. But then he and his family decide to move to Spokane, Washington for a fresh start. Something odd starts happening, though. Letters are following him. He's going out looking for positions as a surgeon at different practices and hospitals and things like that. But letters are being sent to these prospective future employers telling them he's the lead suspect in a previous wife's murder in Pennsylvania. So, all kinds of weird stuff is happening. They're like, okay. His reputation as a heart surgeon is not getting him anywhere. So he kind of really just abandons his career in heart surgery and ends up going into plastics. And I swear to you, I had to bring Chris into the room because it was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. The guy was like, he starts doing breast surgeries or he starts doing plastic surgeries and breast augmentations, out of the side of his mouth. Oh my
god!
And
not breast augmentations.
I know, it was so funny,
scandalous.
It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. I was like, Chris, you have to watch. I hear breast augmentations. He couldn't say it.
Yeah, he's a plastic surgeon, honey.
Yeah.
I bet he makes a lot of money doing breast augmentations.
Yeah, and good work doing them too. I love. I'd love to get mine high and tight again.
Hell yeah, babe. At any rate, he just completely starts a new career in plastic surgery. His new wife at that time, that relationship starts falling apart. She divorces him. And it's just things aren't going great for Dr. Illis at this time. I mean, except for the breast surgery part, breast augmentation that he's doing. Seems to be, that's a fresh new career that's also, I'm quite sure, just as lucrative.
I feel like, so we're probably in the early 2000s at this point. I feel like boob jobs in the early 2000s, just heyday. I feel like everybody was getting their boobs done at that time,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, real high, real big. The police department are still convinced, though, that Dr. Illes is somehow involved. They just can't get over this like feeling that he has to be involved. There's literally no one else that has any reason to be involved in this. But there again, it's a pretty airtight alibi. They're able to track and see exactly where he is. They follow up with the from the warrant on his the original warrant on the home, and they are going through some of the evidence and things that were found. The FBI finds a FBI handwriting analysis manual. In this manual, there's a detailed case about anonymous letters using block letters, just like the ones the police were getting, to the point of even saying things like he used a pencil because pencils are harder to trace than pens. I don't know how you can trace a pen, but at any rate, there was a lot of things in this book that they had originally found that are like, okay, wait, this is suspicious. This is really weird that you have a book and now we're getting these letters. So they're just like, but again, there's nothing to go on here. Just because you have a book doesn't mean shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, though, things start kind of coming together for the investigators. They interview Jean Malatesta. She's the sister of Joe Kowalski. He was an avid hunter and also a biological father of Richard Illes. Richard had grown up calling him Uncle Joe. An image she shared of him, because this is somebody that was like a godfather to him, but I don't think he necessarily knew or that was his father. But at any rate, an image that Jean shows them shows Joe with, out hunting with
that gun,
this fucking rifle. It's great, black and white picture. And they're like this antique gun that was found in the woods. They're like, it has to be this. It's such a rare weapon. And of course he would have, handed it down to his son. They'd also found in some of the weapons and things because Richard was an avid hunter as well. So, I mean, he'd had guns. So, that, of course, they looked at all of his weapons. But, some of them were older and some of them they could easily were able to track back to Joe Kowalski and were able to say, okay, this is clear that this man has handed down his guns to this person. So they have that. Investigators went back to the woods to see if they can find more evidence. They were able to locate shoes, same size, were found outside Miriam's home, the pattern that was found outside of Miriam's home, right? So the police are not really understanding why the evidence isn't fully lining up, though. They decide to take a test on the DNA that they found. Again, they're like, why is none of this DNA lining up to anybody? They go back and retest the DNA from the hair strand that was in the letter that they got. And one of the officers or investigators was like, let's test it against his son. And that's where they find a match. So this 5-year-old boy. So, but had he been playing a game, this isn't even 100% clear to me. Had he just been planting, like, I don't know, one of his, patients, DNA and things, or the cigarette wasn't his, but this one hair that was found in this envelope was traced back to their son. They decide, after 4 years, though, they finally have the evidence they need to arrest Richard, because now they have a story that they can put together. A new search warrant of the new home found a manuscript on his computer titled "Heart Shot: Murder of a Doctor's Wife."
They just can't help themselves.
I know.
From the murderer's POV. So what they believe happened is that as soon as Richard picked up their son Richie, that he gave him something, dosed him so he would fall asleep. and that they had gone around to the entrance of the like wooded area behind her home. He had left Richie to sleep in the car, traced his way back up through the woods, shot her, and then took off. So Richard...
How evil do you have to be to bring her child with you?
Yeah.
I mean, thankfully he was asleep. Thankfully he was,
Yeah, but you live with that no matter what.
Yeah.
Like once you find that out, that your dad, like someone you trusted, took you with, like you were sleeping in the car. That's horrible.
That's awful. It doesn't take long for them to really kind of just then put all the pieces together from that point. They say that he goes back into the woods, that he leaves the like false evidence throughout to try to lead it somewhere else. I got to be honest with you. If this man hadn't come back with these stupid letters, all these dumb things,
he would have gotten away with it.
He probably would have totally gotten away with it. He probably just would have, if he had just let well enough alone, he probably could have just, but it's his own hubris to have to write like this like feeling of like, I'm better than you.
Mm-hmm.
For him to,
it's a narcissistic personality trait to think that you're smarter than everybody in the room, and they're never going to catch you. You're going to be able to outsmart them. You can play these games with them and it'll be fine,
Yeah. The jury does end up finding him guilty within 3 days, and he is sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. Now, the thing that was I was like, oh shit, when the turn of the story for me, when I thought for sure we had done it, is when they couldn't find the DNA. And it reminded me of the story of the guy who put the fake tube in
his own arm.
Yeah.
I thought he was doing a fake DNA thing like that. And I was like,
also,
oh no,
doctor.
don't be that story.
Oh yeah, dude, that was wild, that guy. I thought the one that you were thinking of was that other one that I did when you mentioned the book.
The letters?
Of
that woman that wrote the book about murdering her husband.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
That was also wild. We've done some bizarre stories, that's for sure.
Yeah, right?
Oh man. But yeah, so that is the incredibly sad death of Miriam
pointless.
Zambi, or Miriam Illis, by her estranged husband, Richard Illis.
It's just, I hate stories like that because it's just so for
Pointless.
what?
Yeah,
for what?
exactly. Money.
It's awful.
Yeah, just awful. Yeah. There's no reason. And it's like, even these quote unquote heart surgeons, these incredibly smart people, it's just like, play the game through in your head. Would you rather pay alimony or child support for a little bit and get on with your life and move on, or do what you did and now you're in jail? Like, you ruined your kids'
they don't think
life.
they're gonna go to jail. Like, they don't think anyone's ever gonna know. So,
they're better than that, right? You can't. I'm smarter than everybody in the room, like
hubris.
You said.
Hubris. Well, what are you guys watching this week?
Okay, well, listen, I did briefly mention it a few episodes ago, but it must be restated. It must be the highlight of what I'm watching, because if you are not watching Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, you simply must. This show is high art, completely unhinged. They have a heart-to-heart come to like reconciliation friendship moment over farting in the last episode. There is so much happening at all times. I have to tell you, it is a return to classic Housewives. So
wonderful.
Yeah, I would say also Potomac is back. Real Housewives of Potomac is back.
Really?
Girl, yes. Those two franchises are the best ones, and they are on at the same time right now. So I highly recommend, if you are into reality, get into that. Okay, this is horrible, terrible. These are real people with real lives and children and stuff like that. And that is, it's terrible. But because so many of these housewives now have criminal histories, when I find out mid-season, so Potomac right now, you know, they filmed the last season and that's what's airing. And we just found out that one of the housewives and her husband, who's also on the show, were arrested for fraud.
Jesus.
And so then you watch the entire season with completely different perspective because you know that like months after, like weeks after this season aired, they got arrested for fraud. And you're like, oh man, is she going to show up at the reunion? What's she going to say? Is she going to go to jail? Like,
oh God.
Wow.
You just don't know. So if you just need a distraction from real life horror, you can watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and Potomac. Highly recommend.
Nice.
So wait, is it the Potomac one that they had the fraud?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oh, girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jen Shaw from Salt Lake City is still in jail.
She's still in jail
with Elizabeth Holmes
and
Ghislaine
Maxwell. Yeah.
But Elizabeth Holmes and Jen Shaw are like friends. There's like pictures of them hanging out, working out together. It's so funny.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
Wild.
There has been a kind of like dearth of content the past couple of weeks. But we did check out Task on
you brought that up. You brought that up a couple times on the show. Yeah.
Yeah. So we finally finished it. I ended up liking it. Yeah. It was
good.
very, very slow at first. I prefer Mayor of Easttown.
Yeah.
That's my preference. I liked the performances and the story a little bit better than this one, but the last few episodes, Mark Ruffalo is just a joy to watch. Yeah. He really is so good. Yeah. So definitely recommend. It is a slow start, but it definitely pays off. So
yeah. I did like Mayor of Easttown, so I might check it out.
Me too.
It's slower. It's not as it is a different yeah.
I am reading a book, and I apologize, but I couldn't finish my way through the Boston Witches. I wanted to so badly.
Witch of Boston.
First Witch of Boston. I wanted to so badly because I have the guilt of letting people down. Is like. So it makes me feel so guilty, but it just wasn't hitting for me, and that's fine. Like sometimes books hit at different times for me too.
Life is short too, and
my policy.
There was a time when I couldn't not finish a book.
Yeah,
where I was like, if you start it, you're committed to this book, and you gotta like push your way through.
Yeah,
but as you get older, it's like there's a million books that exist, and life is really short. So.
I mean, but it was the first one of our book club, so, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
I'm good.
Nobody's mad. They're just disappointed. And but I did start reading a book last night that I really am enjoying. And it is, ladies, she's spicy.
Oh.
And it is Falling for My Enemy. Claire Kingsley.
You know I love that shit.
And it is the tension is there.
Good.
So yeah. So I'm only like a quarter of the way through it, and it's good.
Nice.
It is good, and I can recommend for the spice. You shall enjoy it.
Nice. Well, and hey, reminder: we still got discounts at Lilo. So,
hell yeah!
I'll
get on that.
Put the link in the show notes yet again for people that want to get themselves a little holiday present. I'll put the link in the show notes for you. There you go. Well, hey, if you guys have something that we should watch, if you have a terrible date story, if you just want to reach out and say hello, we love it. Go to our one-stop shop of website. It's myworstdatepodcast.com. And we love you so much. Cheers.